guys, my name is Brenda Cole. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be going over my August wrap-up and my ScallywagAthon wrap-up. So guys, these are all the books that I read in the month of August, and also we're going to be talking about my ScallywagAthon wrap-up because I just didn't feel like I needed to do separate wrap-ups this month, or I think I got too busy to do a ScallywagAthon wrap-up. So anyways, let's just go over and let's do my ScallywagAthon wrap-up first, and then let's talk about August. So the first book that I read during ScallywagAthon is If There's No Tomorrow by Jennifer Armentrout, and I did vlog that whole week, guys, so if you want to go over and check out those vlogs, I will link them down below and up in the cards for you guys. But anyways, this was really sad. This is about a girl who's about to go into her senior year. She's enjoying her summer with her friends. This guy that she loves so much and they're like best friends has come back like from a vacation with his dad, and some things go down, and without being a spoiler, like some major things that I went through kind of in high school. I personally didn't go through this, but I was in high school when these things were going on, so a lot of emotions got wrapped up in this book. So I'm giving a 4 stars. This was a very much contemporary light romance with a lot of angst and anxiety and understanding that all your choices in life had repercussions, but I still enjoyed it. The next book that I read during ScallywagAthon, and guys, also during ScallywagAthon, I actually read all Jennifer Armentrout books, so all these books are going to be by her, so I'll just say JLA. So the next book I read was From Blood and Ash by JLA, and this is a great underdog book, and I feel like underdog book, but also like a hate-love romance. You want to love him, but you also need to hate someone also. And the next book is coming out September 1st, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. This was a reread for me. When it first came out, I read it in ebook, and now I have the physical copy, so I did take so many pages a day and read this during the readathon. But anyways, this book follows a young girl who's like a maiden to all these people, and she's a little bit more rebellious than these people are wanting her to be. And yeah, so she gets wrapped up in this court society stuff. She's covered from head to toe in lace and this whole white outfit because she's considered this pure person, but she's a little bit more rebellious than that. And like I said, there's a good like hate-love romance in this book, and I can't wait for the second one. So I give this book 4 stars. So the next 3 books that I read, well, audiobooks, because I listen to a lot of audio, I'm just kind of wrap them all up together, and that is The Return, The Power, and The Struggle. All 3 of these books are the first 3 books in JLA's Titan series. I need to read the last one soon, and I'm so excited to read the last one. So all these books I gave 4 stars, and I really really enjoyed them. So pretty much we're following one of the main characters from JLA's Half-Blood series, and let me grab that. So here's the first book from the Half-Blood series. So we're following one of the main characters from this series, and I didn't put those 2 things together until like midway through The Return or into The Power, but I really enjoyed it. So you're pretty much following gods and demigods and angels and purebloods and halves, and I think Jennifer Armentrout knows how to write a good angel story, and I'm so excited that I finally have continued on with this because I was really wanting another story wrapped up in this world, and I didn't know that The Return or Titan series was exactly what I wanted from this story. And we also follow a few main characters from this series, so just know that before jumping into it. But yeah, I really enjoyed these so much, and I can't wait to finish the 4th one. So the next book that I read is Obsession. This is an Arium novel, but this is a standalone adult. There's a lot of sexy scenes in this. There's a lot of adult material in this book, but it's pretty much a mystery set in the Arium world where we're still getting a lot of the aliens and dealing with aliens on Earth and understanding how to deal with the aliens on Earth. Give it a 4 stars. So guys, that's the 6 books that I read during ScallywagAthon. I really had a great week of vlogging, but now let's go into the rest of the books that I read the rest of the month. So let's go ahead and start with Fangirl. So Fangirl, we're following a girl and a guy, and we have a really cute little love story in this, so this was a 5-star read for me personally, and I love like the fan art of this girl who's writing this story. So pretty much in this book, this girl is writing Carry On, which we'll be talking about later, but you get little snippets from Carry On, but you don't get the full story. But she's living in this kind of like world of, she's writing fan fiction for this different book series, and I hope I'm explaining this right, but I really enjoyed Fangirl, so I thought I would love Carry On. But Carry On kind of is like a spin-off of Harry Potter, officially, unofficially, I don't really know, and I just didn't seem to enjoy it as much as I originally thought I would, because I love this so much. I didn't like Carry On, and I think I'm going to give it like 2 to 3 stars. It was an okay book. I just didn't see myself gravitating to it anymore, and I have no interest in reading Wayward Son or the next one that's coming out at the end of this year or next year. So I have already unhauled it. That's why you guys don't see it in this video. But so the next book I read was Christina Lauren's My Favorite Half Night Stand, and this is the first Christina Lauren book that I have read by them, and I immensely enjoyed it. So we're following a college professor who doesn't really know how to do love right. She's deeply infatuated with one of her really good guy best friends, and you kind of find out that he is too, and they kind of have sex one night after drinking and partying, and they don't really know if it's just sex or if it's going to amount to anything differently. But she has this great bond with these group of guys, and she's also like a murder mystery kind of professor. It's really interesting. And yeah, so I gave this book 5 stars. It has a great, cute romance, but also being like, this is an adult issue, and it dealt with a lot of adult issues and romances in life, and I really enjoyed that aspect of it with being an adult. Even though I love my YA books, I did feel like this was more driven for adults, but yeah, I still really enjoyed it, so 5 stars. The next book that I read was The Deal, and I actually listened to this on audio, and I very much enjoyed it. So pretty much we're following a main girl and a main guy, so we got both their 2 perspectives, and they're both in college, and the guy is a hockey player, and the girl's this like brainy, nerdy type girl. I wouldn't say completely nerdy, but she is really good in school, and so pretty much they finally work out a deal because she really wants this one guy, and he thinks that if they fake date, then she will eventually get the guy that she wants. But come to find out, there's a lot more going on than just that, and I really enjoyed the audiobook. I highly recommend, and this is a book that I need to get because I physically want to own it, because I think the next book in this series follows another guy from the hockey team, and I love a good hockey romance, and yeah, I really enjoyed this, so I'm giving it 5 stars. So now let's just kind of jump into the next book. I reread Twilight by Stephanie Meyer with Midnight Sun that had came out this month. I really honestly didn't want to reread Twilight because I've reread it so much. As you can tell, my copy is severely banged up from having it for so many years, but my friend has never actually read the books before, so she wanted to read them before she jumped into Midnight Sun, and even though I know what to expect, I still really enjoyed this. I'm still giving it like 4.5 stars or 4 stars. It's Twilight. It has a nostalgic sentiment into me. If you guys don't know what Twilight is, come on, look on Goodreads, look on anywhere on BookTube, you guys know what Twilight is. So I recently joined this book club, and the book club, they were reading Ash Princess by Laura Sebastian for this month, so I decided to go ahead and reread Ash Princess. As you guys know, I've already read this book before, but I enjoyed it just as much as I did the first time. So we're following this princess who, her kingdom has been taken hostage or overthrown, and the people who overthrow this kingdom have decided to keep her as the symbol of, this is why you don't mess with this kind of situation. But every single one of these characters is so well driven and thought-provoking that I loved it so much. So I decided to go ahead and jump into the second book, which is Lady Smoke. And again, I love these books so much, and even with rereading them physically, because the first time I did these books, I listened to the audiobook, and they hold, with the audiobook, they stand up with physically reading, and so again, like, they're both still 5 stars. So the reason why I decided to jump right into Lady Smoke is because I have plans in September to carry on with Ember Queen, which is the 3rd book in this trilogy. But last but not least, We have Bloodleaf by Crystal Smith that I read this month. I loved this book so much, so I'm probably giving it 4 stars, 4.5 stars. And we follow a girl who's in her kingdom, and they pretty much have magic, but in her kingdom it's looked upon as you being a witch and being a bad thing, but she's actually betrothed to someone else in a different kingdom where his kingdom doesn't look at it as a bad thing, and she gets wrapped up into this like blood magic situation because blood is ultimate sacrifice in this world, and you have to cut yourself to bleed a little bit for your magic to actually work. So she ends up fleeing from her kingdom to go into her betrothed's kingdom, but she doesn't tell anybody who she is, and she kind of meets up with these band of characters, and one of the main characters is trying to help his kingdom because she thinks he's like the cousin of the prince that she's betrothed to. But she finds a lot of different like bloodleaf things on the way and different secrets. I really feel like this could have been written a little bit better in certain places, like the plot point was kind of lost in different places and things kind of come upon you really quickly, but I still feel like this was a good storyline and all, and I do have plans on picking up Greythorn once it comes out. And yeah, like I said, I really love this book, and yeah, so it was 4 star, 4.5 stars. So guys, that's all the physical books that I read this month, plus all the audiobooks that I read. I had a pretty good reading month. It wasn't as good as my July wrap-up, but my July wrap-up was so good. I don't know, I felt kind of bad because I didn't feel like I was reading that much this month, but come to find out, I have read like 13 books or something like that, so that's pretty good. I'm still only like 2 books behind on my Goodreads goal, so that's not bad with me having a bad reading first part of the year. So anyways, guys, please let me know what you read in August. If you read any of these books and enjoyed them like I did, please let me know down in the description. Always remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and I look forward to seeing everybody soon in my next video. Bye!